Hey guys, welcome back to Jurassic Unicast. It's James here, and we're going to talk in this video about why this film, Jurassic World Dominion, could be the best sequel since Jurassic Park. Number 1. The updated science. Guys, we finally have feathered dinosaurs in Jurassic World. Jurassic World Dominion has showcased these absolutely amazingly well. The Prioraptor, as shown here, you can see the plumage looks excellent. It looks like a phoenix from Harry Potter, I think. You've got like that lovely red coloration mixed with the grey and some dark coloration as well. As you can look closer, you can see that the feathers actually go right underneath, almost covering most of the legs as well, which is excellent. And I can't wait to see this animal on screen. You've also got the Therizinosaurus, which has the pycnofibers all over its body, a bit like the T-Rex from the Jurassic World Dominion prologue. It's very similar in the way it's sort of covered from head to tail. Now the T-Rex obviously is slightly only got a little bit around its neck and head area, whereas the Therizinosaurus has got it all down its back, all to its tail, and that is something that I can't wait to see live on the big screen. Now there's lots of depictions in the media where the Therizinosaurus has got a huge plumage, a bit like a peacock, but I think that this really does work in the design of these creatures most commonly found in the Jurassic World era of animals. So I think it's a great design from what we saw. I can't wait to see what this creature's damage does, because it looks like it's almost hunting Claire. I don't think it's hunting Claire for food. I think it's more of a territorial display, which is another reason altogether that I can't wait to see it. This creature alone being in a Jurassic movie is one of the best things I could have asked for. I'm a huge fan of it. Steve's a huge fan of it from gaming most of the time. But more feathers on the more dinosaurs. It's just a huge, massive tick on the box of things that we've asked for such a long time in a Jurassic film. We're finally getting the arms the correct way. Have a look at this image here of the Atrociraptor. You've got the hands facing inwards as they're running, which is the latest science. There's belief that these creatures, especially the dromaeosaurids, have their hands facing inwards to help them grip and be more of a practical. Almost everything that we see so far in these movies where their wrists are facing downwards, almost like they're playing a piano, it'd just be so impractical to have arms like that and claws like that in real life. So they've finally made these animals more paleontologically accurate. Although, albeit the designs probably aren't, because this is a Jurassic movie after all, and it's a Hollywood movie. So guys, if you want to watch a documentary, you're better off not watching the Jurassic film. They will exaggerate all their traits. But this is the start. The animal looks great, and they've probably got the nature of the old velociraptors, which is another reason why I can't wait to see them on the big screen. Number 2. The Gigantosaurus. Finally, the Gigantosaurus makes its amazing appearance in Jurassic World Dominion. First of all, it appeared in the prologue, which was released a few months ago by Universal, and it received a very divisive, I guess, reception from the fan base, because it had some creative choices when it comes to the design of the animal. But for me personally, I really love the design, especially the striping from that prologue, and it made the large carnivore look distinctly different from everything that we've had so far. So far throughout the franchise, we've had the Tyrannosaurus Rex, we've had the Indominus Rex, the Spinosaurus, the Allosaurus from Battle at Big Rock, and of course now we have finally the Gigantosaurus. Now the difference between this one and maybe the Spinosaurus and the Indominus is that the Indominus firstly is a made up creature and it's a hybrid, and the Spinosaurus isn't really scientifically accurate at all. Now I know most of these animals you could probably arguably say that none of them are scientifically accurate, but for the sake of the argument of this video, Gigantosaurus being a brand new addition, I guess they can have a bit of leeway. It does look pretty similar to the fossil record from what we know, but finally having the big bad dinosaur that actually really did exist in the best form of depiction it can get, then I think that can only go in favour of Jurassic World Dominion. And for all we know, our beloved T-Rex may eventually have to take on the Gigantosaurus for an epic battle at the end of Jurassic World Dominion. We can only hope. Number 3. The Dino. The Dilophosaurus is back, ladies and gentlemen. The Dilophosaurus has been missing since Jurassic Park way back in 1993. It had a hologram appearance in Jurassic World and a sound effects appearance in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom in the main opening scene, if you listen carefully. But that really isn't good enough for one of the greatest dinosaurs that's ever graced the screen, really. It had such an epic scene with Dennis Nedry back in 1993, and it's always been a fan favourite, and I don't know why it's taken this long to finally get it, but we have. And we've got it in animatronic form, which is something that the fans have always asked for. More animatronics. Now, personally, I'm not a huge fan of this animatronic compared to the beloved 1993 version, but you can't always pick and choose. Now that we've been given animatronics back and practical effects, and I'm pretty sure when we see this creature in the movie, it's going to be absolutely superb. Number 4, the Quetzalcoatlus. Now, the Quetzalcoatlus is an animal that has been on the radar for a very long time. It's been a fan favourite. Lots of people have played it in video games, and generally the size of this animal is huge. It's an absolute monster of a flying reptile. It's just something you wouldn't want flying around in the skies in real life. And the fact that this animal is in this film attacking a plane just shows how much of a monster this creature is and how big it is. It's huge. And we thought pteranodons were bad. The Jurassic World pteranodons and the Jurassic Park pteranodons, they've not got the nicest nature in the world. They just go out of their way just to, pick people up and kill them for no reason whatsoever, not even for food. They do it for fun. So I can't wait to see what damage this absolute monster of a bird decides to do in Jurassic World Dominion. So that's another tick on the tick list to give it a good fighting chance to be number 1 of the sequels. Number 5, the main cast. The main cast of Jurassic Park, Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum are back. They are back for this 3rd and final epic movie of Jurassic World Dominion, and I couldn't be happier. These 3 on screen together have such good chemistry that it's been something that the fans have wanted since 2015 when Jurassic World came out. The current cast of Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt as Claire and Owen really are doing a fantastic job of carrying this franchise in the direction that it's going. They're doing such a brilliant job as being main lead roles in these films that they're becoming very, very likeable as characters and part of the history. But when these guys are together on screen as a 3, the chemistry you just can't beat. You can tell that it was like a reunion for them. It was a reunion for everybody. It was a highly emotional scene to see them finally back together after all this time. The last time we had an appearance was Jeff Goldblum playing Dr. Ian Malcolm in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, when he did a very minor role. And the last time we saw Alan Grant was in Jurassic Park 3. And the last time we saw Ellie Sattler was in Jurassic Park 3, but she was a bit more of a cameo role occasionally throughout the film. The last time we saw these 3 together was in 1993, 29 years ago. Just think about that for a second. A very, very long time, and it's been a long time coming. We are all massive fans of the 3. And I think they are going to steal the show when they're on screen together. And there's nothing more we can ask for. This is something that Star Wars failed at. Star Wars failed to get their original cast members all on screen at once, and I think to this day they're always going to regret it, that they didn't get that chance to put them on screen together. They shouldn't have fired Colin. Anyway, so then this is why Jurassic has the upper hand. We are going to have our moment of our, Avengers Assembled moment of Alan Grant, Dr. Sattler, Dr. Malcolm, Chris Pratt as Owen Grady, and Claire Dearing all on one screen together right in front of our eyes, and I can't wait. Now, because of this, to say I'm not nervous is a little bit of a lie, but I think if it's done correctly, this could be the definitive factor which makes this film the best one since the original movie. Number 6, Asexual Reproduction. Asexual reproduction was hinted back in 1993 in Jurassic Park. It was also a big factor in the novel, where these creatures used frog DNA to change from male to female in a single sex environment to reproduce if they had to. And this is what happened in Jurassic Park. Now, don't get confused about what's happening here. In Jurassic World Dominion, we see Blue come on screen and there's a baby. Where has the baby come from? Now, we know Blue is the last remaining surviving velociraptor, so she hasn't mated with another raptor. Well, this raptor particularly looks exactly like her. So there's two options. You've got hermaphroditism, which is what hyenas have, where the animal, the host of, has both genitalia from male and female, giving it the ability to reproduce all on its own. And I believe that is where the West African frog DNA has the same trait. Now, Blue isn't made from frog DNA, she's made from monitor lizard DNA. Now, monitor lizards have this ability to reproduce by developing an embryo by unfertilised eggs by itself, and it's called parthenogenesis. This type of mechanism is to help females to distribute themselves and have more chance to meet males in the wild and breed. In this case, the offspring is simply just a clone of its mother. It will share the same DNA, hence why Blue's baby looks exactly the same. Also, parthenogenesis is derived from the Greek words for virgin birth, and this sort of storytelling comes straight out of the novels, where the animals start to reproduce themselves when they're in this survival instinct environment. And this is what I think's happened here. And because of that, that's another tick on the tick list to why this could possibly be the greatest sequel since Jurassic Park. First of all, thank you very much for listening. And second of all, I'd love to hear your comments on this video. What do you think? Do you think this could be the best sequel since the first film? If you do, I'd love to hear your comments in the section below and your list of reasons why you think it could be the best sequel. And if you don't think it could be the best sequel, I'd also like to see your comments as well. If you're new around here, don't forget to like and subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos just like this. And there's only one thing left to say, guys. Life will find a way. Bye bye.